Canadian cross-country and track and field legend, Mike Tate. He went to Southern Utah Division 1. He's actually a legend. If you guys don't know him, do your research and get to know who he is. So Mike, how was your race today?
My race today was all right. Just supporting the boys. The Bandits, London Western Track and Field, the Bandits, we were out for revenge. Last year we wanted to win the team title, and Thunderbirds HP, they took the dub. And Laval Track and Field Club, they got second, and we were pushed to third. So we were hungry, and we just put our heads down. We put some work in, and the boys showed up today. Connor took the dub, Phil was 4th, Jer was 7th, I was 8th, and we were ready to take our title back. We wanted that win.
Dude, that was sick. And like, people were saying how like you haven't ran all summer, and then you pulled up and you got what, 7th today?
I was 8th today, so
8th?
yeah, I was 8th. So I just needed a break this summer. So I thought I was going to push some big times out this summer, but I don't know. I started training. I was in Denver doing some altitude camp, and I just wasn't enjoying it. I was low-key hating it, and I just needed a break. I needed some time off. I talked to Dave, our coach, Dave Mills, the GOAT, and I said, Dave, like, I don't want to race this year. He's like, all right, just get some training in, and then like a week later, I was like, you know what, Dave, like, even training, like, I don't even want to run this summer. He's like, okay, take the time you need. So I spent basically June, July, and August just drinking and biking.
Yo, shout out to Dave, because like a lot of coaches would have pushed for you to keep going. And like Dave understood his situation. He was like, yo, you know what? Take some time off, come back. And now it seems like you're back and you're on the come up. And it's, things are going good. So for those of you that don't know, 2 years ago, Mike actually won Canadian cross-country championships. Great athlete. So like, he's back. So stay on the lookout for him. Is there any last words you want to say?
Yeah, we're almost back. We're not all the way back. We're almost back. So yeah,
he's trending upwards. And that's all that matters, man.
Yeah, we're on the upward trend. Yeah, Dave was like, yeah, you know what, you got to do what you got to do, and I didn't run basically all the summer, and then September hit, got my ass kicked at the Canadian Road 5K Champs, and was like, all right, it's time to put some real work in, and started throwing down some 100-mile weeks with the boys. Got my ass kicked by Phil, by Connor, by Jeremy, by Jack. And, the guys just dragged me along. And I said from the very beginning, I was like, you know what? If I can just hitch on to Connor and Jeremy, Jack, and Phil's wagon, if I can just latch on to those guys, like, I'll be fine come November. And that's all I did.
Dude, talk about the importance of having a team, like not working out on your own. Like, I feel like you guys have such a strong team spirit. It's almost like you're in university still. You know, the vibe?
Yeah, man, that is definitely the vibe. Like, I would not have finished where I finished today if it wasn't for the group. Like, back in August and September, Matt Sheeler was the guy that was dragging me along. And if it wasn't for Matt Sheeler, I wouldn't have been able to progress to where I got to. And then I got to a certain point, and then it was Jack Sheffer. And then Jack was dragging me along. And if it wasn't for those guys, like, man, I might have given up the sport. And I am forever grateful for those guys dragging me along, keeping me in it, keeping me engaged. And, those guys were huge for my performance today and for the Bandits' performance as a whole today. Yeah, only 4 guys score, but we run like 8, 9 guys deep. And even that, like, we had the goon squad out here yelling at us, like, there's so many boys that are just here for it all, and
you gotta stick with your boys, man. You gotta stick with your boys. That's what makes you stronger at the end of the day, So congrats, Mike.